Good morning, welcome back to the Lake District. If you follow this channel, you'll know by now that recently I've been flitting between my street photography, which I'm absolutely loving, and the Lakeland Fells. Diversity, no I'm in that. Talking about diversity, you'll see behind me, I'll show you anyway, there's a lot of tree felling going on. I've seen might say, oh, the poor trees have gone, it's never going to be the same again. Well, there's a reason for that, and that's to allow regrowth of different species, diversity as it were, just to open up the light. So it's necessary because there's a certain type of pine which is quite invasive, and it's taking over the area. A lot of it went on in the Ennerdale area as well. So yeah, there you go, and it just nicely opens things up. So yeah. Anyway, theme for today, I'm thinking about this, not too sure what to talk about. I could talk about what's in my bag. Yeah, what's in my bag? No, uninteresting. What are bare essentials anyway? Waterproofs and water. Best lens for landscape photography? Didn't say it. Not interested. I'll tell you what, how about you follow me on my trip today in the northwestern fells, and I'll just take some pictures and might even talk about them. Yeah? Alright, let's crack on. A steep start. So as I said, I'm in the northwestern area of the Lake District. A bit of a change of plan actually. And the change of plan was due to the weather as I was approaching into the Lake District. There's a lot of low-lying cloud hill fog. You can just see it behind me, this skidder area. So I thought I'd take advantage of that and go to an area where it's just full of pines, because in terms of photographic opportunity, pines are always a good subject, aren't they? On set against some nice moody background. We'll see how that goes. But I was planning on starting from Honister, heading up towards Green Gable area, but there's nothing really there to photograph. I haven't got a long lens, so I'm going to lack that distant option. So yeah, that's the reason. Plan is to reach the top of Bath, which overlooks Bassenthwaite Lake, then onto Lordseat, Broom and Greystones. Should have some good photographic chances today to bag some keepers, all being well, if the cloud lingers on. We have forecasted some rain later today, so bring on the moodiness, bring on the start. Oh God, I'm alright. Bring on the start of autumn. I love autumn. Not so much for the colour and the foliage, unlike a lot of other landscape photographers, but it's more the moody weather conditions it brings us. So autumn leading into winter, my favourite times of the year. So this has caught my eye, and don't get me wrong, many would just walk past this, but I just love the shapes, the geometric shapes combined with the curves. Just show you what I'm looking at. Make a nice square. You've got the fern, you know what I mean, don't you? Which are lovely textured shapes then, but then you've got the nicely spaced out trunks of the pines. So you've got a combination of diagonals and verticals. Be a nice little square that. Yeah, looking around me, or look behind me rather. That's forming nicely. And I've shot this at the higher end of the standard lens, so 105 focal length. I'm about, a couple of metres away from the fern itself. Might be bracken actually. Foliage. Yeah, not too far away from the foliage, and then you've got the background of the ferns as well, so it is going to be out of focus of the ferns, but you're still going to be able to recognise it. Yeah, something nicely brewing. See, I could have taken the other option, a direct route, but I chose the wooded route. One, I love the smell of the pine, especially after a bit of rainfall. And two, you never know what little gems you might come across. And this is one of them. This just struck my eye. Again, the fern. Look at that, it's weaving, lovely shapes. You've got the two background trunks of the trees just balancing it, and you've got things creeping in. I've zoomed in slightly. So again, maybe a nice square, if not a 2 to 3. But love how the light's just catching the fern coming from the side there. Lovely stuff. Well, I said at the start that this video is going to be about me being out in the landscape, countryside, taking some pictures. And that's exactly what it's turned out to be so far. I haven't reached my first fell yet, Bath, but I just can't help myself but grab this photo. It's changed a bit now, but I'll turn you around. I'll show some footage of what it looked like before. Look at this, nice fern there, sorry, heather there in the foreground, get some nice colour, contrast to purple, bit of bracken left hand side of the frame, but leading up, oh, them lovely spaced out fern trees. And before, when I took the photograph, there's some lovely hill fog, just adding that veil of mood. Tell you what, there's no faffing about with me. If I see a photograph, I'll take it, then I'll talk to you about it, because that hill fog is just going. It's coming back a bit now, but it's going. You never know what's going to happen. You've got to take opportunity and chances. But I've zoomed in, made sure my edges are nice and clear, created as much balance in the composition as possible. Just simple stuff. The hill fog is slowly making its way north, and it's just covering the tips of the ferns. Excellent stuff, and this is why I made this decision. I wanted some subject in my photography, and I knew I'd get something with all this hill fog around, falling some quite heavy rain last night apparently. Even looking towards Derwent there, you got some lovely cloud formation, and the sun is just bouncing off the cloud. So I played around with that. I've still not reached my first destination. But I tell you what, you just got to fire away, haven't you? I took quite a series of images back then, including the heather and the different ferns scattered around. Hopefully they should work out. Finally made Bath. I'm now on my way to Lord's Seat, and every now and then nature weaves its magic and puts on a nice display, and it's been very kind to me so far. What a wonderful day. The light is intermittent, in and out. I've timed it well. The heather is still in full bloom, I'd say, but back to the point of nature lending a hand. Clouds are really important, or they can be really important if we work out nicely into and form some nice shapes, because you can use the shapes of the cloud to interweave with the shapes of the landscape, and that's exactly what's happened here. You see the weaving path, the shot I took actually a bit further back. If you look up there, some nice weaving clouds. I've homed in again around this part. It's not as nice as what it was, but again, some lovely curves of the cloud, curve of the path. You've got some nice repetition in the background with the ferns. Turn out quite nice. The hill fog is slowly going, so it's not ideal, but pleased so far with my findings. There's still a bit of hill fog hanging around some of the Greystones now, so it's definitely lifted. I thought at one point as I was approaching Lord's Seat, where I am now, that I was going to get completely clagged in, but no, it's lifted, so I'm just taking a bit of a break, taking in some liquids, a bit of food. Tuna mayo today, got a big tuna mayo. Now again, I've not brought a tripod with me, well, a tripod for my photography, all handheld. I hardly use a tripod these days in terms of shooting stills because of IBIS. Now IBIS isn't just for ensuring you're going to minimise camera shake. You can always also use it creatively as well. I've been doing that a lot with my street stuff, just opening up the shutter speed to about 1/10 of 1/15, getting some movement there. Oh, that's the atmosphere, something different. No rain as yet, but there's ominous clouds approaching. Broom fell. That's my third fell of the day. Before I head over to Greystones, which is my final, and then basically head back. I tell you what though, much better day today, better conditions for photography. I remember last time I was here, it was really hot. It must have been in the middle of summer because the sun was really high in the sky. Hardly any clouds giving any sort of dappled shade, and indeed no cloud detail, which I'm really seeing today. So yeah, all good stuff. There is a hint of autumn, dare I say that. We're approaching the end of August, it's late summer, it's just a bit cold, it's just a bit nippy. That's about it really. Taking another photograph back there, really homing in on the cloud details itself, and the ferns create some nice structure, some nice format as well. It looks alright in the back of the camera. I tell you what though, I'm missing my telephoto. It's been a fair few months since I last had the 70-200. Still on the cards though, the 100-400 is still on the cards. Hopefully I'll be getting that shortly. But hey ho, that's not more, it's a wonderful day. I've got my 24-105, I've got some good snaps already. What else do you want? What else do you want in the video? You want these pictures, yeah? You're getting them. So there we go, Greystones, final fell of the day. In terms of photography opportunities, the hill fog has dissipated, it's gone, but looking, actually, the top is Skidder, which is what, about 900 metres, there's still some lying around, but nothing lower than that at all. Looking around, I tell you what, I really do need my long lens, that'd be wonderful. Looking over towards East Solway Firth, you got the wind farm nicely lit up, wonderful clouds over there, but hey ho, make opportunities with what you've got, what lens you've got. Yeah, home in on that, make good use of that. You don't need the full range. When I do get me 100 to 400, I'll most likely just bring that one lens so I can just home in, focus on the long distance stuff, and that really will open up new opportunities. So looking around, beautiful day, slight breeze. I'm now gonna head back. So I'm on my way down now from Bath. I thought that was it for photography. I thought the best of the light and the conditions had gone, but wow, last half hour it started to rain. At one point fairly heavy, but didn't really materialise into a downpour. However, what it has produced is some lovely light over in the valley towards Derwent, and the clouds, beautiful ominous clouds, thunder as well in the background. So I thought, let's get down here, let's get down off the fell. But it has left me with some final opportunities for some photography. Right, that's it. This is the final gallery of the day. Another wonderful day. Take care of yourself, keep smiling. Bye bye for now.